Hey everybody, this is Grace. I'm driving through here and it seems like something hit my side of my car. Oh well, didn't see anything on the ground. Anyway, what a way to start a video. But this video, I want to talk more about, when your family or their family, whoever there is to you, they are to you. But their family cause problems. Family members cause problems. Or it could be even like, say, at your job. There's always going to be that one. That was my experience. I'm not saying it would be yours, but it was mine. That causes problem. Or they develop a group of people at work. There's that adult mean girl, adult mean boy thing going on. And they think they're the A-team, they're back in high school mentality. Things like that. People, different people, or it could be church, it could be anywhere where there's a gathering of people, and you're part of whatever. So, and some of the things I want to say, when I talk about some of these things, I am not feeling, self-pity, or, just feeling sorry for myself. Now, I'm not a perfect being at all, and sometimes I do question myself, like, what did I do to deserve this? Some of these crazy people in my life, but the thing about it is I generally have an answer to that. And it's stuff I learned at university, stuff I knew myself, and I learned at university, so it wasn't something that I just made up. Okay. Oh boy, had an allergy attack. I call it allergy attack. Maybe I should call it allergy episode. I don't know. But yeah. Anyway, ooh, big truck. Haven't seen that one before. They've got a lot of those around here. So, to get to it, I don't generally feel, pity, because I understand a lot about this stuff. And I understand, some of these people I do not ever expect to change. And what's in their mind, why are y'all stop? What's in my mind about the situation might not be what it truly is, because some of these people, they have their own way of looking. I'm talking about people trying to say, oh, they're a narcissist or whatever. Let's just say toxic people or abusive people, okay, or people who just have such an odd way of looking at things. It's not healthy. Okay, whatever is the case. That they look at things in a totally different manner. That what you think that they're doing, or I think, talking about me, what I think they're doing might not at all be what's going on in their minds. There's also stuff that I wanted to say, up front, is like, some people will blame the victim. Okay, well, you're letting them, or you should be the better person. That's blaming the victim, by the way, in case you didn't know. But you put yourself in that situation. They're going to turn around and say you, and there's a good chance, in my experience, these are people that are quite often the ones who are also abusive, and they don't see anything wrong with it, and they think that the fault is you. What do these people have in common? You. No, what these people have in common is they're abusive. You see, there's two ways of looking at that. Oh, you stupid. You just ran a red light to do a U-turn on a red light with this traffic. Real smart. Real smart. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I tell you, the stuff you see. Anyway, there's so many other things. I've always wanted to put them all together. But I have reasons, for wanting to right now. And like I said, I'm not generally feeling pity for my, and some people say you should feel sorry for yourself, because what are you facing, man? Really, look what you're facing with some of these people. They're just, have you ever been in a kind of situation where like say your in-laws or something, and they're all, I mean, every single one, maybe not one, but maybe like a few of them are just, you know, say, let's put a situation around it. Say your spouse is in the hospital and his or her family, they're just being extremely rude. I went through that, but it wasn't my spouse. It was some guy I knew back then. Just being as hateful as possible to friends, the family, just trying to get you to where you can't come to the hospital because it's all your fault. I knew somebody who went through that when she was young. When I was young, and she was a little older than I worked with her, and she went through something like that. You know, I went through something like that, so not with Adam, though. You know, they're just ganging up on you, and I'm not talking like, you know, they're bullies, but not like back in school kind of bullies. They're going to take your lunch money or whatever. Not that. They're just, they want to cause you all kinds of problems, and they get such a thrill out of it because it's about, you know, in your mind, okay, they're trying to gain power over you, power and control over everything about you. Now, in their mind, they might think this is the natural course of things. You know, it's their family member, and they are more important than you. You know, the spouse, and you being there is disruptive to them. They think because they are there. They are there. They're the ones who are supposed to be there, not you. Some people believe me. Some people think I've experienced. They are more important in that kind of situation than the spouse. Seriously. Unbelievable things. Some of them, you know, some say these are small things. If you've ever been in that situation, you know it's not a small thing. It's they really want, especially if there's money involved, if they think that they are supposed to get, like if that person passes away, they think that they are supposed to get the money. And you're the spouse. Seriously, whatever it is, they try to insert that they are the ones. Okay, maybe I get some food in me. It's 12:46, September 9th, 2024. And I haven't eaten yet. I'm not even sure what I have for breakfast. But anyway, I'm going to that Walmart over here in Lucas, Texas. And I have to buy some tape. Today's the 9th. I won't get the tape that I need until the 11th, but I still need some tape because I was in the hospital this past week. Not this weekend, but the weekend before. And yeah, I just need some. Well, I had ordered some surgical tape. I'm not going to get it until 2 more days. Hopefully, I'll get it then. But anyway, the other tape just doesn't work right, so hopefully they have some. Okay, he brought me my meal. It's kind of funny because I drove up here and I saw queso fries on this one next to me, and I couldn't really tell because of the way the sun was coming and blurred it. What do they have on them? And I thought I saw jalapenos. Well, I don't want jalapenos on it. With my stomach, the issues I'm having could be digestive. I'm taking they told me to. I'm not saying this is for anybody else. I have a rare health condition. Apparently I might have 2 rare health conditions. And it's all mixed together. And they told me to take probiotics, which I've heard about probiotics, but hey, healthcare professional has to tell me to take something. I won't do it myself just because it's the end thing to do. Did it when I was younger, almost died. Not smart. Not smart at all. That's my view. That's my experience. And anyway, so I'm on that, and it's supposed to be helping, and I think it actually did because I had a normal response, as they had told me. I already had one before, you know, I've experienced it before. A normal response to what was going on, and this time I didn't feel like I was dying. So I'm saying it all nicely. Not nicely. Okay, I don't know what you're doing, mister. That's possible. As long as you don't hit me, I don't know. I don't care. But Anyway, the people who, see if I can get back to it, because I gotta eat here, or I'll just go ahead and start eating. But they did put jalapenos on it. They didn't understand. The funny thing was, because I said I couldn't see what it was, and I asked, and they said, well, you know, it's like some other restaurant, something. So I don't know what that is. It was kind of funny to me. Yeah, when I finished what I started saying, right? Finish what you start is some part of what's been going on lately. Is, you know, the kind of people that you may even say it to them. When you start something, you finish something. But they might start it thinking, oh, everybody's going to look at them and say, oh, they're so wonderful. You like wash dishes or something, because they wash these dishes, and then they just leave it sitting there, or they cook something and they just leave the kitchen a total disaster. And you know, you start a job, you finish a job. You might want to say that, or maybe you do say that. I think I've said that a couple of times in my life to somebody. But I'm not, you know, one who just says it every time, because for one thing, I mean, they deserve probably every time, but for one thing, they don't listen anyway. The people who do stuff like this, they're not going to listen. They're going to do whatever way they want, and they think they're right, so they don't have to. You know, they think they're right, leaving the kitchen a disaster. You know, so what? Big deal. You know, this kind of stuff. You know, I said this, or was saying this, that because some of it seems like it's digestive. The healthcare professionals, they really don't know. It started last year. That was the first time this happened. A lot of weight gain all of a sudden. Visited the ER 3 times last year. A different one this year. Got admitted. You know, like I said, just was in there 2 days, one night. Not this weekend, the weekend before. And anyway, they don't know. They don't know what's causing it. But a lot of stuff. But I don't want to introduce, you know, anything new, but I just did. This Sonic. I'm here at Sonic. I like this view. It's the queso fries. They're pretty good, but I'm not eating the jalapenos. No, thank you. But it's pretty good. It's a little spicy, but I'm used to kind of spicy. But anyway, I thought I'd give an update on that. Now, I also got myself... I really can't cook. There's a whole thing. I made a whole video talking about cooking and all this stuff. And I really don't need all this sodium. But I'm doing it right now until I'm better. And until I get the tape, the bandage tape that I was talking about going to Walmart for. And hopefully they have something that's better than the paper tape. It doesn't work because it's on the stomach. And when I sit down, stomach is swollen. It's finally starting to go down some, but still it's going to pop it, you know, pop the tape off. And I can't have the tape for both things, and so it's got to be something firm. We'll see what they have. But anyway, but I did give myself a foot-long coney. Hello, what's going on with me? Really? Okay. Have to say that was pretty good. Now that I ate it, it was just a small, like in a small hot dog tray, and not even to the top, just a few fries with the stuff on it. So it was a small, but it felt like it filled me up. Seriously. Okay, I've eaten. That was good. I didn't eat the bread, all the bread on the foot long hot dog. It didn't taste very salty, so that's okay. And believe me, I've tasted some the hot dog, the wiener, before that was just like loaded in sodium, but not from here, not from Sonic. Well, anyway, I have to go now. Go to Walmart. So when I was sitting here a while ago, there was this guy come parked next to me. I don't know. He was an elderly man, but I don't know what he was trying to do. It was like he thought he was sticking too far out. So he kept going back and up, and then going back in, you know, going back forward. And then, I don't think he even maybe he got something. And then he backed up and almost ran right into somebody coming down, you know, that was leaving. And I'm like, oh, and that reminded me of those two elderly women the other day. Okay, that's kind of noisy. A few weeks ago, I guess, and they came in. They came in the out way at a place near here, and I kind of suspected they were elderly. I'd say in their 80s, and they just made me think of that they were laughing when they did it, and I had said, "Really, you gotta do that?" I didn't see it, couldn't see them on the road, and they came in the wrong way, and they had to squeeze to get by me. And then I like I had suspected they were elderly, and I looked over at them, and they were laughing. I thought Thelma and Louise in their 80s. That kind of thing. It was kind of cute, but at the same time I worry about them, you know. And I had mentioned that, you know, taking somebody's keys away from them, like with my mom, we had to, and my sibling sold her car, and I think they did. That's not a fun thing to have to do, you know. That's like taking their freedom away. I can't imagine ever wanting anybody to say you can't drive anymore, you know. But sometimes you gotta worry, like the guy next to me, he almost hit somebody backing up, and he was having all that trouble trying to decide if he was parked close enough, you know, all that. So anyway, I'm not saying that he deserves to have his license taken away from him, but at the same time, it's like, you know, just kind of hope that he doesn't get hurt, and he doesn't hurt somebody, you know, okay. And some of these places out here, they don't make sense. They are, and I can see why people get confused. Okay, I'm wondering what this place over here is going to be. That's where I was the last time I came here. It was right before I think I went in the hospital, and the wind was unbelievable, and all that dust and everything from what they were doing out there it was like a dust devil all of a sudden. Okay, oh, there's one of those Tesla trucks. They're everywhere. So, yeah, but anyway, it was so weird. The wind was so bad all of a sudden. Well, I'm wondering what that one is. The other one, Adam had told me that he heard it was going to be a, I'm hoping it's a Walmart neighborhood store, and he told me that he heard it was going to be a senior living community. And I went, I cannot imagine that. I just could not. And then later on he told me, well, I did hear it from the guy that works at that place. I'm like, yeah, the guy that works at that place may have told you that to get you to stop asking him. You know, some people do. And just as I drove up here, the way that these lines are for parking, if you park here, if you park correctly, your right side, passenger side of your vehicle might be over the line, and your driver's side far behind. It's just they have it at such an angle. It's like, why would they do that? And then I've had so many. It's also at other stores, like some of the other stores, and I've actually had videos when the people drove up, especially one with a Bubba truck. He drove up and got so close to my bumper. I was all on my side. Both edges were on my side. Both sides were on my side. You know what I'm saying? And he got so close, and then he saw me looking at him, and I was like, what? And then he just had to do it again. Like he was getting any closer. I have it on video. I'm telling you, it's a Bubba truck. It was a Bubba, in my opinion. Okay, I'm out of that Walmart. But let's talk about rude people. I mean, seriously. I'd use one of those motorized carts because right now I had gotten out of the hospital, and walking a lot because I don't have that tape is not a good idea for the, you know, where I need to put the tape. And because I didn't have any after I got out of the hospital, didn't know, they didn't tell me, and when I had to go back in the hospital 2 days later, they showed me. The nurse put it on, and she kind of showed me. She didn't tell me to do it, but I see the reason why. Why can't they commit to telling people, you know, diagnosing and then telling people this is what you do? Why? Why is there no commitment from the healthcare providers that I have seen recently? I mean, seriously. She didn't tell me. She just put it on. And I could see why that would work. And it did. It was like, wow, man. I don't feel that pain because what it is the muscles in the front seem to be... Now, this one of them did commit to saying, but only because I think I said it first or something. That what I felt was like the muscles were pushing against one another, because I had a lot of swelling, and I had suddenly, because of this last year, gained a bunch of weight, a whole bunch of weight. And right there, just right there. And so it's swollen. It looked 9 months pregnant. And I felt like the muscles were rubbing up against one another, like rubbing one another raw, is how it felt. And basically, yeah, he said that, you know, that's possible what's happening. And, you know, it's never a commitment to something. And then he also, the last one I saw there, when I had to go back 2 days later after being, you know, after leaving, for those days I was admitted, and went back because it was having some bad reactions, and he basically said there could be a small hernia. I never knew women could have hernias, but one of my sisters last year said maybe it's a hernia. Our brother has a hernia, and had or has, I don't know, but so I didn't know women could have hernias, but apparently they can. Yes, they can. That's what the doctor said. Anyway, so I was in one of these at Walmart. I was in one of those motorized shopping carts. And you want to talk about rude people? First thing was I was you know, driving to try to find these tape that I need, a certain kind of tape for bandage tape. And I was trying to find the aisle, and I was looking up to see, you know, which aisle, and I go up a little bit and look. Well, this woman came behind me, and she was wanting to turn down that aisle, and she's around my age, and she just said, "Excuse me, I need it to go here." And I'm telling you, my patience with people like this has run out, practically out, so thin. And I just turned my head, and I said, "Sure." I said, "But stand in line and wait your turn. Learn to stand in line and wait your turn. Consider it." And I just kept going. I don't know if she heard me, because, you know, I've noticed a lot of people these days, you know, I say they don't understand me, but what I really think is they're just in their own little world and not caring. They're just off texting someone in their mind, is how I put it, for years now, for many years. They're off just texting somebody in their mind, and they're not really there when they're there. You know, only what matters to them. That's a sad, sad commentary for what we've become. Really. You know, I was going to make this video about people like this, but it's become more of a vlog. So I'm going to put it on my vlog channel. But anyway, I got some tape. It's a stretch tape. And what I'm having come in the mail is a surgical. It's called surgical tape. And that apparently, yeah, it had to be ordered. Yeah, it had to be ordered because places around here, they don't carry it. Each place, even Costco, didn't carry it. So there was only one other place, Sam's. But I'm going to get the surgical tape in 2 days, supposedly from Walmart. Sent through the mail, ships. So we'll see. Yeah, we will see. But that stuff was, I mean, she put layers on it. The nurse that was in the ER the second time, you know, the second visit there, the last visit the other day. And she put a lot of this tape, and she gave me the end of the roll, I guess. It's called microfoam. She gave me the rest of it, 3M microfoam. And I guess so I could know which kind to get. And I tell you, she layered a whole bunch on it, and it just kept it like a shield. I called it my shield. And it just wouldn't allow everything to move around so much, so there's none of that rubbing up against one another. And so far so good, but I haven't had any since I think yesterday morning or something on there. And yeah, I've been feeling some pains, so I'll be glad to have something now to put on there. The other tape, like I said, didn't work, and you know, it was a waste of time. It's not easy putting this stuff on either. You think, oh, just it's right there on your stomach, but no, it slides and slips and slides. I'm not a contortionist, you know, to be able to do it. And Adam, he does it, but like I say, it just, because it's, you know, the stomach area when you sit down, it's different than when you're standing up and all that. So I need the good tape, the good stuff, the good tape. This one is supposed to stretch with your body, so we'll see. I don't know, but anyway, I'm wrapping up. Talk to you in another video. Bye.